Thank you so much for your time. In today's session, we're going to review how to build a dashboard using the Sprinkler Listening Insights module. So just as a point of reference, while you are able to build a dashboard completely from scratch, the best practice recommendation is to actually leverage an existing dashboard and clone that to suit your purposes. If you're not aware of any existing dashboards or maybe don't have access to something you'd like to start from, please reach out to the Sprinkler Managed Services team, and consultants there can help you with something to either start from or to give you permissions as appropriate. So let's begin. As mentioned, we want to start from an existing dashboard. So for today's session, we'll go ahead and begin with this Johnny Walker Spotlight Session dashboard in the environment. So for today's example, we actually want to clone this dashboard as we want to perform analysis that's global as opposed to restricted to these countries, which is where this dashboard is currently set. The reason we'd like to clone this is that any changes you make to this dashboard will be reflected to anyone using this, primarily the owner. So in order to clone this dashboard and adjust and use it for ourselves, we'll navigate to the additional options on the dashboard. We'll go to clone, we'll click, and then simply rename. Now, importantly here is that after we rename this dashboard and clone it, we'll be working from that dashboard. But we also want to make sure that from the access perspective, we only share this dashboard with other users that should be able to access it. If you do not do this, what will happen is that it will by default be made available to everyone in the environment or everyone who the previously cloned dashboard was shared with. So to do this and make sure we have the right restrictions, we'll go to the options again on this dashboard, click on the share, and then here we'll see that this is in fact today made visible to everyone in the environment. By unchecking those options, we'll strictly leave this to ownership by myself as the creator of the dashboard. You could then also add additional users as needed here. So if I want to share this with another teammate, I can do that and then provide them the link. So now we have this dashboard to start with. We can go ahead and click to, different options to suit our needs. So in this example, we want to make this a global analysis. So we're going to go ahead and remove these filters, and we'll see the widgets update with all the data across the globe. In addition, now we want to go ahead and make some changes and edit some existing widgets. So let's say in this example, we're not as interested in the interests of people posting about whiskey, but we actually are more interested in the locations, so the countries and the volumes of mentions at those countries. So here I want to keep the same structure of the chart but change the data. So I'll go ahead and leverage the options on the widget and then hit the edit button. I'm now brought into the widget builder where I can now make edits to this existing widget. So as I've mentioned, we'll go ahead and change the title. And then we're going to go ahead and keep the same sources and then widget types. But what we actually want to be different is the x-axis. So right now, currently, it's set to general interests, and then at the y, it's going to show the volume of mentions. Here, we're just going to click on this and select the new dimension or metric that we actually want to use. So in this example, you'll see that all of the metrics are provided here. You can see descriptions where available. We want to leverage location data because we want to use what country the user is from. So here we'll go ahead and select the country metric. We'll see that it now renders. I've got additional ability to update these filters as needed. So if I wanted to, and as an example, add a new filter and exclude where the country is unknown, I could leverage the same metric. So I would select add the filter, I'd select country, and I would say not containing, and then unknown. So you have the ability here to add filters, change metrics, change additional options, and then save changes to that widget. So now here I can report across all the mentions across different locations. Finally, we want to review the ability of adding widgets. So let's say we wanted to get a distribution over time of all of the mentions that were showing the emotion of approval. So here, what we can do, or maybe we want to chart out the overall time frame of approval, love, and celebration. So here, I'm actually going to select adding a new widget, and I'm brought into the same widget builder. So I'll go ahead and title my widget. This is going to be coming from Sprinkler Listening Insights as a source. If you've got other sources you'd like to leverage, you can use that here, whether it's in paid media, organic and social analytics, or even competitor benchmarking. We're going to stay with listening, and here, because we wanted to do over time, we're going to pick a line chart. So we'll select our widget type, and now we'll start to select our dimensions. So the x-axis will be the created time, because we wanted to do this over time. And then from the y-axis perspective, we'll go ahead and do the number of mentions. And finally here, as a series, what we're going to actually select is the emotion. So I can scroll through and do that, or I can search for my metrics and or dimensions as well. So I can select the specific emotion if that's something that I would like to do, or conversely, I could also select the emotion category, like that original widget we had seen. So I've got the ability then to create this widget, search for all of this data, add additional filters, and then add it to the dashboard as needed. So here I'm getting an update to select either the topic tags and or the country locations. This will give me additional details on what other dimensions I need to add, which I then can do. So as you can see, we can clone existing dashboards, we can edit the existing widgets, we can create new ones, we can make the updates that are required, and then share this content with the team members that are required. If you have any questions, need additional support, or just want help from the team resources and Sprinkler experts, you can leverage the help card and reach out either by looking at the Sprinkler Knowledge Portal from a self-help perspective, or reach out to the Sprinkler Managed Services team to get help from specific consultants there. Thank you so much for your time.